Hi, welcome back to my child astrology. Today we're going to discuss children born with the moon in the earth sign of Capricorn. This is a complex moon position because Capricorn is the opposite of the moon's ruling sign of Cancer. This means that the moon's expression in this sign is very different from the way the moon would naturally express itself. So these kids have a different kind of emotional landscape. Remember that the earth element is practical. It likes clearly defined rules and boundaries. But the emotional energy ruled by the moon is fluid. Our feelings need space to ebb and flow. So the Capricorn influence on the moon is to contain the expression of its emotions. These kids may come across as cold or unemotional, but that isn't really the case. They have feelings like anyone, but don't express them as freely as other moon signs. It's really important for mom and dad to be affectionate with these kids, even if it doesn't seem welcome or needed. The influence of Saturn, Capricorn's ruler, can give an emotional insecurity, so they may need more demonstrative proof that they are loved and secure. In this sense, the Capricorn moon is a lot like its opposite Cancer moon. Both signs need reassurance and security and lots of affection. It's just that Capricorn moon kids may be better at hiding it. I recommend listening to my Earth Sun Kids episode to brush up on key traits of Earth signs, so I'm linking that one in the show notes. Earth signs find security in the mundane, everyday routines and like life to have a sense of predictability. Routine is important for all kids, but children with prominent Earth element in their charts will be even more attached to theirs. And of all three Earth signs, Capricorn is the one most associated with boundaries. Capricorn moon children feel most safe within clearly defined parameters and structures. In other words, these kids actually like rules. Now, do keep in mind that a strong Uranus or Mars placement could make these kids rebellious, but that just means that they want to figure out the rules for themselves. You will still see them gravitate towards some sort of clearly defined structure. We know that meeting your child's moon needs in early childhood affects their attachment style. If you haven't studied attachment theory, I definitely recommend learning about it because it has a huge effect on our ability to form healthy, lasting relationships. A child whose emotional needs are not met can suffer an attachment wound that shows up as an anxious, avoidant, or disorganized attachment style. What we hope for as parents is to give our kids a secure attachment style. I'm no expert on this, and there are many great books and videos on the topic. So do some research and find the information that could be helpful to you. So what does attachment theory have to do with Capricorn moon kids? Well, I like to say that these kids can have kind of an emotional poker face. They often have a serious expression and may not be as responsive to affection. But please know that they still need it very much. They may not give a lot of affection back to you in early years, but as they mature, you will get to know the ways that they express their love. Having a Saturn-ruled moon can inhibit emotional expression, and because of this, parents may feel like their child doesn't want or need as much affection. Unfortunately, this can make Capricorn moon adults feel like their childhood experience was austere, cold, and unloving. Wherever we see a strong Saturn in a child's chart, we know this is a place that is vulnerable to feelings of insecurity and deprivation. If a Capricorn moon child doesn't learn to engage emotionally, they can pull back from their feelings and eventually shut down. Then you have someone who becomes almost robotic, only able to relate on a practical level. These kids are generally very task-oriented. One of their biggest emotional needs is to be productive. Helping them set goals and supporting their achievement of those goals is very important to the emotional health of these children. You will also probably find that they like to go it alone and meet their goals independently. As parents, we can tend to want to help, especially when we see our kid get frustrated with something. Capricorn energy is doggedly determined and will keep trying until they get it right. Doing it on their own is a big source of confidence for them. So if they refuse your help, don't take it personally. Give them space to figure it out and lots of praise when they accomplish the goal. You may remember that your child's moon sign has a lot to do with their sense of home and how the home life can best support their emotional development. Capricorn moon needs things to make sense. These kids need a sense of order and structure in their environment. For this reason, they will usually abide by the household rules. If you take off your shoes when you come in the front door and place them on a shelf, they will too. Whatever rules you have, eating only at the table, lights off when leaving a room, no screen time until homework is finished, your Capricorn moon will probably comply with and even adopt for life. They instinctively understand that order and structure create a necessary foundation, and that foundation will support them in moving forward in life. Rules make them feel safe as opposed to confined. But it's also true that Capricorn has an independent streak. So if your rules do not make sense to them, they may try to come up with a better way of doing things. Don't be surprised if your child challenges your rules for the sake of improving them, and try to consider their perspective with an open mind. Capricorn is the mountain goat who makes it to the top of the mountain after others have given up. They are incredibly tenacious and determined. What better way to express those energies than through hard work? Your Capricorn moon child will find emotional fulfillment by working hard. They will enjoy the things they worked for more than the things they are given. These kids need to feel like they earned it. Whenever you deem it age appropriate, give this child some chores and an allowance. They respond well to those reward charts many parents use to incentivize their kids. These children actually enjoy being given extra responsibility. It shows them that you have faith in them. Capricorn moon also loves the feeling of seeing their efforts pay off. So if there's a new toy they want, give them a chance to earn it. This energy can also show up on the emotional level in a belief that they have to earn love as well. They may feel like mom and dad won't love them unless they bring home a report card with straight A's, or are only worthy if they are the best player on the team. It's really important for parents to be aware of this tendency to equate self-worth with achievement. Try your best not to reinforce the idea that they have to earn your love by being the best at something. These kids have Saturn as their inner disciplinarian, which makes them really hard on themselves. They don't ever want to come up short of a goal they have set for themselves. So give them the goal of self-love and acceptance, and remind them that what we call failure is actually just a step in the learning process. Teach them that we learn from our mistakes and that setbacks build the foundation of mastery. If you've been listening to my podcast for a while, you can probably tell that I'm an optimist. My response to this binary plane we inhabit is to try to keep my perspective on the bright side. I mention this because Capricorn moon by nature tends to be more pessimistic. They emotionally default to negative outcomes, and their inner voice can be pretty harsh. Saturn constrains and inhibits, which can reduce their sense of possibility. This can unfortunately give a tendency towards depression. But I believe these kids can be trained to find the silver linings in life, especially in the things that don't go as planned. If you are parenting a Capricorn moon child, you are helping to lay the bricks of their emotional foundation. Make sure you build some optimism and positivity into this structure. Giving them these tools will not only help them to achieve their goals, but actually have some fun along the way. I do want to mention an interesting silver lining to pessimism, though. If you expect less, you aren't as disappointed when things don't go your way. Capricorn moon kids seem to understand that life isn't easy, and this can give them a real emotional resilience and ability to withstand hardships. They are comfortable when striving and enduring challenges, and we know that life is full of them. So these kids usually don't need to be coddled as much as other children. But of course, they do still need plenty of love, affection, and affirmation. We all know that kids love to play and have fun, but Capricorn moon may be more serious than other children. They may not be able to loosen up and goof off as easily as other kids. They may have very specific activities that are fun to them and want to focus on only those things. Capricorn does not like to scatter its energy. So if your child has one or two hobbies that take up all of their attention, that's perfectly healthy. They can really only enjoy that which they have mastered or are trying to master. Capricorn is also the sign of leadership, so they like to rise to the top of their endeavors and take others under their wing. Saturn is a very paternal energy. Young Capricorn moon kids like to have an elder to look up to, and as they get older, will enjoy mentoring others. There's an ingrained sense of hierarchy here, and usually a respect for one's ancestors. Like its opposite sign of Cancer, Capricorn moon kids are often interested in their genealogy and family traditions. These kids often form deep bonds with grandparents and may enjoy the company of older folks more than other children. In our previous moon episodes, we've discussed that your child's moon sign, house position, and aspects can tell us a lot about how they perceive mom. A Capricorn moon child's mom will be ambitious, practical, and hardworking in some sort of way. This can show up as a very career-oriented mother who isn't home as much, so all family members pitch in with household responsibilities. She may be a stern disciplinarian with rigid rules and expectations. Capricorn moon kids may see mom as having lots of responsibilities, and maybe even see her as burdened or carrying a huge load. Or she may be emotionally repressed, under the thumb of someone or something, and not free to express herself. Capricorn moon may have a very status-oriented mother who tries to keep up with the Joneses and wants her kids to make her look good. Or she may be personally ambitious and at the top of her field, inspiring her kids to work hard in pursuit of their dreams. Capricorn moon children often see mom as the umbrella over everything and everyone, a larger-than-life security blanket for the whole family. Whatever role your Capricorn moon has cast you in, chances are that you embody the qualities of discipline, structure, and practicality. These kids really want to respect mom, so it's very important to stand in your authority. Authoritative parenting makes Capricorn moon feel safe. Notice I said authoritative, which is different than authoritarian. Be the boss, but there's no need to rule with an iron fist. Try to give as much love and affection as you do rules and boundaries. I recommend doing some research yourself on the difference between authoritative and authoritarian parenting styles. Your Capricorn moon needs you to be their benevolent leader. So these are the basic qualities expressed by many Capricorn moon kids. Flowing or difficult aspects to the moon, as well as Saturn's sign and house position, will tell us much more about your child's unique experience and the life lessons of his or her moon sign. I hope this information is helpful, but as always, you know your child best, so take whatever resonates with you here and leave the rest. If you enjoy this content and would like to learn more about child astrology, please like, subscribe, and share this video with other parents. This will help me grow the channel and reach more people. Thanks for listening today, and I'll be back with another episode soon.